Welcome to another video. Today's video is about
Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Hopefully a repair video today. You see those? I've got two old school 9-pin joysticks and they both suffer from the same thing. Rattly bits, and this one is really wobbly. Right, so I thought I would give it a go and see whether I could take them apart and see what the rattly bits are. Now, these are non-branded joysticks. I seem to recall Quickshot made a joystick like this, but I think the Quickshot one was bigger because it had buttons there as well. But not sure. I have got one up here actually for my Atari ST that's a micro switched one, but I'm not sure what these ones are. So let's crack it open and see what we've got. Now I'm expecting loads of broken plastic bits to fall out of this, but we never know, and it could be that these are completely shot. These came in the haul that you saw recently of the Tatung Einstein equipment, the two Einsteins and all the books and the joysticks. So these I think came from the guy's Commodore 64. Now, oh, right. What have we got there? 4 of those. So 4 screws. I think it's the broken plastic that we could hear rattling round. Okay, so oh, the rattle seems to be coming from here. Well, that's good because that's 4 micro switches. 1, 2, 3, 4 micro switches. And 2 micro switches there. So I was right, they are micro switch joysticks. Huh. Get that. Right, well I think what I'll do is... Oh, look how bad that was back in the day when they made the joysticks. So is that ground? And then they just leave bare exposed wires like that. Terrible. Anyway, I will put the bottom back on this because now I'm convinced that the top bit, the handle, is the bit that's actually broken. And I suppose I need to buy off eBay, which I've seen, is a battery tester. So they're quite good. They're a little battery that gives you LEDs that light up the direction that the joystick is moving in, and the fire buttons. It's a good idea, but is it worth it? Because I've only got these 2 joysticks. Not sure. Don't know really. We'll see. I mean, if these work, this is great because retro joysticks are really difficult to get hold of. They don't really seem to screw up very well either once you've taken them apart. So I hope I've not actually caught any of the wires internally. Right. I'm expecting a lot of the black plastic inside to be broken here on this. There's a tiny little, tiny little screw there, and I haven't got a screwdriver small enough, I don't think. Let me see what this one is up here. Oh, right, so what's this here? That might be tiny enough. Oh, and it is, look at that. Oh, the gear, plenty of idea. Made my hands a bit dirty as well. Right, so off with that. That looks pretty clean. Oh, look at those. They're clever, aren't they? That's how your internal micro switches work. Oh, yes. And there is one of the broken pillars. And that's what was rattling. Yes. So, oh, and there's a red corner bit missing off there as well. Doodahs. Yeah, and it's not in there. Oh well. So that goes in there. Clever how they use a spring to force the switch down. Never seen that before. Yeah, it definitely goes in that way because that's the way that the switch pushes down. Right, so that one appears now to be sorted. So I'm a bit worried about the screws being rusty. So that could be a problem. It could mean that this has had exposure to moisture in the loft space when it was being stored. Right, so that's the rubbish bit. That goes in the bin behind me. And now this, oh yes, doesn't rattle. Yeah, so down here I think is because it's not got a bit on that side to spring it back. Yeah, because it moves, right, okay. Well, that sounds better than it did. So I do need to check that and test that with either my Atari ST or my Spectrum. But I would need to get my Spectrum out of the garage because it's in storage. Right, so this one. Oh, blimey. That one's really broke. And that has got, without being rude, a wobbly shaft. So, first off, let's take out the handle because we know how simple that is inside to look at. One. Two. Three. Ha 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 ha. We've been watching Disney videos again online and we saw the count. And I like the count. Right, so again, the broken pillar. So I think that's a weak point in the joystick. That's okay, that's okay. And this one has 2 lugs, which means that it shouldn't give me any jip. Yeah, fantastic. Right, so without further ado, that goes back on there because there's really nothing much inside that needs to be fixed. I think it's in here that's the problem. Rusty screws, there we go. Right, so it's definitely in here then that's causing this to rattle. So there's probably going to be loads of lugs that are broken, and that's why the joystick shaft itself is wobbly. Something else I've just noticed now, I've turned this upside down, there's a massive chunk missing out of here. So this could be a joystick that isn't functional at all, in which case the micro switches, the suckers, the cable, the buttons, I can repurpose, possibly. Because I do know that the Einstein, which is always over here on this corner because I'm always tinkering with it, because the Einstein has in one of its magazines a schematic of how to create a joystick using micro switch parts. Now, I thought maybe, I did wonder whether I could use some Sanwa joystick parts, you know, from the arcade cabinet, and make like an arcade stick. So we'll have to see, because that would be, I mean, there's not really many games on the Einstein that would warrant an arcade joystick, to be fair, but we'll see. Oh, wow. Wow. So that's the difference between this one and the other one. The micro switches stayed in the bottom of the joystick. Oh, wow. I have no idea what they are, but that's what was rattling round inside. So there's loads of pillars that are busticated. So this has been repaired before by the looks of things. You see that? So maybe that's why it doesn't work very well. For some reason, oh no, yeah, the cable, I thought the cables were missing from those, but they're not, they're just soldered and pushed underneath. Right, right. The two fire buttons in there. It looks like it's had a hard life, this joystick. There's lots of plastic residue. But, you know, it does look fairly clean. So, now that we've removed the rattle, I wonder if we should just put it together and then try and test it. That's what they're for. That's what they go for, because now we can do that, whereas the other joystick we can't. So that is definitely broken. This one is definitely a no-go. Although it does sound like it's still going to work. Well, right, we'll just have to try it. Just have to suck it and see, as they say. What's the weather like? Oh, it's a bit of blue sky out today, which makes a change with it being raining all week. Oh, once I've done these now, it's got to be shopping. We need some food. We haven't got any food in. Because during the weekends we tend to go and buy food, do shopping. And then I'll come back and do some more videos later on today, hopefully. But just a very quick video again. A lot of quick videos. What? That sounds like it's in there again now, that. Ugh. Really? Dump us. Honestly. If you want something doing, do it yourself right the first time, Michael. At least I've broken the thread seals on these screws now, so they are quite easy to open. Oh! Oh, look what's come out of here. That looks a bit to be the broken bit from down there. Right, okay. Well, that's fine, because we know where everything goes now. And the good thing, I suppose, about this joystick, if it doesn't work, is that because it's got one of those lugs on it, I can transfer it to the other joystick and at least get one fully working joystick out of two. And that will be good, because I do only have one joystick for my Atari ST. And I've got plenty of good two-player games, so I might make one good joystick and then keep it for myself. Right, so now, no rattle, which is good, but a squeaky joystick, and who misses a rotating shaft. Right, well, there we go. That was a very brief video of a look inside these, which are quick shot joystick clones, just to prove that they were micro switched. So you can tell they're micro switched, obviously, because they click. Yeah, whereas foil switch ones wouldn't click, and also analog ones don't have anything. As you can see, that's an analog joystick, so that's like not an on-off, not an on-off. It's a 1 to 256, 1 to 256 in increments of 1. So these are more sensitive, but I mean, this joystick, as you can see, is really not well. There's no end on it, and I need to do a refurb video on this one as well soon, really. But this is definitely an Einstein joystick, because I've got another one that came with it that was micro switched, that has a joystick connector for the Einstein. It has a DIN plug, so that will go towards the Einstein in a later project. Well, I hope you found that interesting. I hope you enjoyed that video. Very quick, as I say, but what else can it be? Taking a joystick apart, or taking two joysticks apart and taking all the rubbish out from inside. And we have, as you can see from both joysticks, got quite a lot of rubbish. So there we go. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe. Click the bell icon to get notifications of new videos when I upload them, because there will be one weekly, hopefully. And once I've reached 52 videos, which I'm fairly close to, I might do once a month, twice a month, I don't know. Depends how much time I've got, that's the thing. Because work is getting quite hectic at the moment. And as you know from previous videos, I only do these at weekends or in the evenings when I get a chance. Anyway, 2 micro switch joysticks, torn down, checked, they look okay, can't test them, rubbish comes out of them, job done. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell icon for new video notifications. Bye bye, see you in the next video.